All right, we are here on Pure Country with Mr. Brett Kissel.
Howdy.
Nice to see you.
Great to see you too.
So last time I saw you, we got to have a little fun on New Year's Eve for the countdown. And we got so much good feedback. Did you hear anything from people tuning in?
Yeah, I loved it. There's so many families that were driving to celebrations or maybe hockey tournaments. And, my social media was just lighting up from Twitter and Facebook, Instagram. Everybody saying that they loved spending time with the two of us.
Yeah.
And I thought we put together a pretty good show, and we were a really good team.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe we need to make it like a yearly New Year's Eve tradition.
I would love that, especially for the next couple of years, because as you know, Now or Never came out of the stroke of midnight on New Year's Eve. Mm-hmm. And then the next record comes out on January 1st of 2021. And then the next record comes out January 1st, 2022.
So we have to do it.
I think we have to.
That's exciting. So you already have the next 3 years basically planned out.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you knew about this, but I'm kind of a goal-setting, goal-oriented guy.
I had a little bit of a inclination.
But it's really good to kind of plan my time and my years effectively and efficiently, because in 2019, not to dive deep in the kind of vulnerability, trail, but I think I made a lot of mistakes with my time. I wasn't as present as I needed to be. I didn't do things with intention. And so music is such a big part of my life that I wanted to make sure that that was a giant focus.
Yeah.
And also my family was a giant focus. So the only way to do that is with planning. And so, if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. So
I like that. I saw your post about that, and I did the same thing in 2019. You get so busy, and I think you forget to take a minute and map out where you're doing things right and where you're doing things wrong.
For sure.
So I think it was cool to see that. I'm sure a lot of people were probably like, oh, he goes through that too.
Well, absolutely. And I think that everyone has their journeys. Mm-hmm. And you and I get the opportunity to do this through media and in country music, which is very special. But I know that we both, work very hard, and we're very passionate about our careers. And with that comes a lot of good. But then also there's some valleys in the whole hill and valley trail.
I know. Sometimes you forget to take a minute for yourself or for the people around you.
That's right.
And you have a pretty awesome family. So
well, thank you for saying that.
They're so cute.
I love them too. You're right. They are cute.
Oh my gosh. And your wife is obviously beautiful. So is she your person as far as listening goes? When you got ready to put out Now or Never, are you asking Cece, hey, listen to these and tell me what you think?
Yeah, she's my everything. That's, in the record business, you call it A&R. And so she, I believe, could work at any record label in Nashville and really find the best songs that are best suited for that artist. And her artist just happens to be her husband. And I'm so thankful that she has kind of been the captain of the ship for many years, but has taken a real, a big role, and I'm a lot more comfortable. I regret that I didn't really give her the props that I should have over the last number of years, but I'm so comfortable talking to anybody about it because she is the driving force behind really helping me select the material or find the best way to perform that song to have the best result.
Yeah, and I love watching her watch you whenever you've done shows or at award shows and stuff. You can just see how proud she is, but she's also so humble. She doesn't, take any credit, but she does deserve credit.
You know what, I appreciate you saying that. I don't know if she ever would take any credit because she likes to say, look, we're just humans living the human experience.
Yeah.
That's it. So her husband happens to do this and she happens to do that. And
she's a good human.
She is a good human.
So Coffee with Her, I love all the songs on the record, but I have to say that's the one I find myself playing on repeat.
Thank you.
Over and over again. I don't know. It's just something about that song. I feel like that even though it's, a man singing about having coffee with the woman he loves, I think it's so relatable to everybody. And I also love the way you sound on it. I feel like your voice sounds probably the best I've heard it on that song.
Oh, I appreciate you saying that. It was a song that Cecilia and I identified from the get-go that needed to be on this record. I wanted it to be the last track so that it could be a very tender moment to end on. Usually I'll end my records on a high note, but I wanted to end it with something that was very personal. And I'll tell you a story. When I was in the studio at Bart McKay's I recorded the vocal with Bart, but I was in Calgary. And we turned off all of the lights in the studio, like everything, other than the glow from the computer screen, so that I could really close my eyes and I could really kind of feel the darkness and just let my imagination take over. And you and a number of people that are very close to me have said that is maybe their favorite vocal take that they've ever had. So thank you for saying that.
Yeah, it's awesome. And then, I mean, I figure we could probably talk about, there's a certain song on the album that has done remarkably well for you.
Yeah, you think so?
I mean, it's not okay, I guess.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to not talk about that. So, congratulations, officially. I don't have any champagne because I'm trying to not drink for a while, and I would feel bad not drinking champagne.
Don't worry, we had a great celebration at New Year's.
We did,
and I understand everyone is kind of on this dry January. You start the year off because you kind of almost have to detox after the holidays, and so. I detox for a solid 48 hours, and then I'm like, no, enough of this. I need a cold beer or whiskey. And
I don't drink often, but I'm going to do the whole year and just not touch alcohol.
Good for you.
Just see if I feel better.
More for me.
But we'll have imaginary champagne. Number one song, Canadian Country Radio. I was so excited when I woke up and saw that and heard that. And I love seeing the video of you celebrating with your family and getting a little teary-eyed that Cecilia got to post that video. What is the feeling leading up to finding out that it goes number one? Because you're watching those charts, you're seeing it in those top spots, but when it hits number one, where are you at?
Well, I'll work backwards from realizing that the song had reached the top of the charts. You're just overcome with emotion, and you're so excited, and you know how much work went into the creation of the song and the creation of the track, and then you record the record, and then you release it, and you try to have the best release that you can, and you try to keep the momentum up as it climbs up the charts, and then it finally crosses the finish line. And that is one of the greatest feelings, because it's been 5 years for me since, I've had a number one on country radio, and I'm so proud of all these other songs. And sometimes I wonder why they didn't, maybe cross the finish line. Mm-hmm. But for me, I'm just really excited that this one really went the distance.
And it's so good. And also the video for it, the video that you shot in Bahamas, which you had Kaitlyn, Bristowe, and Jason. Yes, which I know are awesome friends of yours. I see them on socials all the time at your shows in Nashville and, cheering you on. What's that journey been like? Because I feel like you're kind of an honorary member of Bachelor Nation, I think, now.
Okay, well, thank you for saying that, because I want to be an honorary member of Bachelor Nation. Anything I can do for that franchise, because I think it's the best damn show on TV. But
we're not going to talk about Bachelor, because I can't do it.
So I'll tell you, I adore the show, but I love Jason and Kaitlyn as humans. They're incredible people, and it came together short notice, completely in a spontaneous way, in spontaneous setting. The four of us were at dinner, and then Cecilia, I think, I don't know, we might have got there early or something like that, and Cecilia says, you should ask them to be in the music video for Drink About Me.
Smart lady.
And I said, I don't think they do that. She's like, well, you don't know unless you ask. So we had just enough wine and then whiskey and then after dinner cocktails. I said, guys, what are you doing like in 2 weekends? Oh, nothing. We got nothing going on. I says, well, what if I flew you down to the Caribbean and you're in my music video? You want us to be in your music video? And Kaitlyn's like, that's always been my thing. I've always wanted to be in a music video. So I'm like, okay, so you'll do it? And I'm like, yeah, of course we'll do it. So we booked the flight and away we went.
Oh, that's awesome. And the video is beautiful.
Thank you.
It turned out so well.
I'm really proud of how it turned out from a logistic standpoint, because the video was almost going to fall apart, Shannon. So we had this location lined up. We were going to Tulum, Mexico. We were ready to go, and that location fell apart. We didn't get our visas to film in the country of Mexico. So I didn't know what to do. So I slid into Brian Ballmer's DMs on Instagram. And I said, I know you have an island.
Can we come use it?
Can we come use it? He says, sure, when? I said, Friday? Like literally, that was on a Wednesday. Or maybe it was a Friday, we left on a Wednesday.
Thank goodness for Instagram DMs.
I know. And so that worked out, and it turned out to be great. And Blake, our director, he, because we had no time to organize or rent stuff, like we don't have anybody in the Bahamas. Yeah. So we used no lighting. It was all natural light. So we caught everything at sunrise or sunset, and then we partied all day while it was too hot to go outside, really, or film. So yeah, pretty fun little stories and great memories.
That's awesome. And what a cool crew to have a part of it.
Yeah.
Brian Baumler and his family. And
yeah, so there he is. He's handing us cold beers to keep us hydrated. Yeah, it's pretty
amazing.
fun.
Now you got to top that with the next video.
Yeah, I've got some ideas.
Okay.
Every song on this record and every video is really, I think we're changing the game and we're really elevating whatever it was that I've done before. I just want to exceed it and make it better.
Cool. I feel like you are a goal setter and you are a go-getter. So I think 2020 is going to be amazing.
I hope so. Let's put that out in the universe for both of us.
We're going to
manifest for everybody watching and everybody listening.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Brett Kissel on Pure Country.